The Judgment, the great hall floated in the darkness of space. Inside, 5 alien races sat in their seats. They looked down at the single human standing below them. His name was Mike Ross, and he wore the uniform of Earth's United Defense Force. The largest alien stood up. His name was Vorn. He had 4 arms and skin like gray stone. His eyes glowed red as he spoke. "We have studied your world," Vorn said. His voice boomed through the hall. "We have seen everything. Your wars, your weapons, your violence. Humanity is too dangerous." Mike looked up at the council. His hands were shaking, but he kept his voice steady. "We have also done good things. We have created art. We have music. We have love." Another alien spoke. This one was called Tallis. She looked like a bird made of blue crystal. "Love?" she said. "We watched your history. You have killed billions of your own people. You poisoned your own planet. You created weapons that could destroy everything." "That was our past," Mike said. "We are changing. We are learning." Vorn pressed a button. Holographic images filled the air. The council watched as human history played out. World wars, nuclear bombs, cities burning, children crying. The images showed the worst of humanity. Mike felt sick watching it. All the terrible things humans had done. He could not deny any of it. "This is what you are," Vorn said. "You are a species of killers. You fight each other. You destroy. If we let you into the galaxy, you will bring this violence with you." "Please," Mike said, "give us a chance. We can prove we are better than this." The 5 alien leaders looked at each other. They spoke in a language Mike could not understand. Then Vorn turned back to him. "The Council has decided," Vorn announced. "Humanity will remain on Earth. We are placing a barrier around your solar system. No ship can leave. No signal can escape. You will stay there until you learn peace. Maybe in 1,000 years, we will check on you again. You cannot do this." Mike shouted, "We have rights." "You have no rights here," Tallis said coldly. "Be grateful we do not destroy you completely." The judgment was final. Mike was sent back to Earth. Within days, the barrier appeared. It surrounded the entire solar system like an invisible wall. Ships tried to pass through it. They all failed. Some exploded. Some just stopped working. Earth was now a prison. 50 years passed slowly. The world changed in those years. For the first time in history, all of humanity united. They had a common enemy now. Not each other, but the aliens who trapped them. In a laboratory in New York, Dr. Lisa Grant worked late every night. She was studying the barrier. Her team had been trying to break it for decades. Most people had given up hope. But not Lisa. "There has to be a way," she told her assistant one evening. "Everything has a weakness." Her assistant was a young man named Tom. He looked tired. "Lisa, we have tried everything. The barrier is too strong." "Then we are not trying hard enough," Lisa said. In another part of the world, a young pilot named Jack Stone looked up at the stars. He was 25 years old. He had never seen another planet. He had never met an alien. But he dreamed about the galaxy every night. "One day," he whispered to himself, "one day I will fly out there." Jack had trained his whole life to be a pilot. But what was the point? There was nowhere to go. Earth ships could travel to Mars, to Jupiter, even to the edge of the solar system. But never beyond. The barrier always stopped them. Still, Jack kept training. He kept hoping. 3 months later, Lisa called an emergency meeting. She gathered Earth's leaders in one room. Mike Ross was there too. He was 70 years old now, but he still served as Earth's representative. "I found something," Lisa said. She looked excited and scared at the same time. "There is a weak point in the barrier." Everyone leaned forward. "But there is a problem," Lisa continued. "The weak point only appears for 5 seconds. It happens once every 3 months. A ship would have to fly through at that exact moment. What are the chances of survival?" Mike asked. Lisa was quiet for a moment. 20%. Maybe less. "Then we need a volunteer," Mike said. Jack Stone stepped forward. "I will go." The fire spreads. The ship called Phoenix shot through the barrier like a bullet through glass. Inside, Jack Stone screamed as every system failed at once. Lights went out. Engines died. The cockpit filled with smoke. Then, suddenly, silence. Jack opened his eyes. He was alive. The stars looked different now. He checked his instruments. They were damaged but working. He had done it. He was outside the solar system for the first time in 50 years. "This is Jack Stone," he said into his radio. "I am human. I am free." Within minutes, 6 alien ships surrounded him. They were patrol vessels from the Galactic Council. Their weapons locked onto Phoenix. "Human vessel, you have broken galactic law," a voice said. "Surrender immediately." "No," Jack said simply. "I am not your prisoner anymore." The alien ships moved closer. But before they could fire, something unexpected happened. Other ships appeared. These were not military vessels. They were traders, merchants, and civilians. They formed a circle around Jack. One of them spoke. "Leave the human alone. He has done nothing wrong." The patrol ships hesitated. Then they retreated. They would report this to the council, but they would not start a fight here. A large cargo ship pulled alongside Phoenix. A voice came through. "Human, my name is Krell. I am a merchant. You need repairs. Come aboard my ship. You will be safe." Jack did not have much choice. His ship was barely flying. He docked with Krell's vessel and climbed out. Krell was a large alien who looked like a bear made of purple fur. He smiled when he saw Jack. "Welcome to the real galaxy, human. The council will not like this." Krell took Jack to a space station called Nova 7. It was a trading hub where thousands of aliens lived and worked. Jack walked through the corridors, and everyone stared at him. "They have never seen a human before," Krell explained. "The council told everyone that your species was locked away. Many of us thought it was wrong." Jack found this hard to believe. "You do not fear us?" "Fear you?" Krell laughed. "Why? You are just one person. You look scared and lost. Not dangerous." Over the next few days, Jack met many aliens on Nova 7. Most of them were young. They asked him questions about Earth, about humans, about what it was like to live in a prison for 50 years. Jack told them the truth. "We were angry at first. We wanted revenge. But then we realized something. We were wasting our energy hating you. So instead, we decided to become better. We united. We stopped fighting each other. We worked together." The aliens listened carefully. They had never heard this side of the story. The council had only shown them humanity's violent past. One young alien named Petra spoke up. She looked like a cat with silver fur. "The council was wrong to trap you. Many of us have been saying this for years. Then why is nothing changing?" Jack asked. "Because the council is old and afraid," Petra said. "They do not like change." Jack began speaking on Nova 7's public broadcasts. He told humanity's story. Not just the wars and the violence, but also the recovery, the hope, the determination. His words spread through the galaxy's communication networks. More aliens started listening. More started questioning the council's decision. A movement began. Young aliens from dozens of species demanded that Earth be freed. They protested outside council stations. They refused to follow old laws that made no sense. Vorn watched all of this from the council headquarters. He was furious. One human had caused all this trouble. But he could not simply kill Jack. Too many aliens were watching now. Then the news arrived that changed everything. A distress signal came from the outer rim of the galaxy. An entire colony had gone silent. When ships went to investigate, they found only ruins. Everything was destroyed. Everyone was dead. More colonies fell silent. And more. Something was coming. Something terrible. The council called it the Swarm. They were an ancient enemy. No one knew where they came from. They traveled through space like locusts, destroying every living thing they found. The Swarm had returned after 1,000 years of silence. The galaxy went to war. Every species sent their fleets to fight. But the Swarm was too strong. Too many. Too fast. Council ships were destroyed by the hundreds. Vorn watched his forces die on the battle screens. His people were losing. Everyone was losing. He made a decision he never thought he would make. Vorn opened a secret communication channel to Jack Stone. "Human," he said quietly. "We need to talk." "About what?" Jack asked. "About saving the galaxy," Vorn replied. "We cannot defeat the Swarm alone. We need help. We need ... humans." Jack was silent for a long moment. Then he said, "I will send your message to Earth, but I cannot promise they will help you. You imprisoned us. Why should we save you?" "Because," Vorn said, his voice heavy with regret, "if the Swarm wins, they will destroy Earth too. The barrier will not stop them." Jack sent the message home. Earth's leaders gathered to discuss it. Mike Ross, now old and sick, stood before them. "They trapped us for 50 years, someone said angrily. "Let them die." "No," Mike said firmly. "We are better than that. We are human. We help those who need it, even our enemies." Earth voted. The decision was unanimous. The barrier came down. Human ships launched into space. 200 vessels, carrying Earth's best pilots and soldiers. They headed toward the battle zone. Admiral Kate Price commanded the fleet. She sent a message ahead to Jack. "We are coming. Tell the galaxy. Humanity remembers how to fight." They remember our fire. The human fleet arrived at the edge of the war zone. Admiral Kate Price stood on the bridge of her flagship, the Defiant. Through the windows, she could see the battle. Thousands of ships fighting. Explosions everywhere. The Swarm looked like a dark cloud that swallowed everything. "My God," her second officer whispered. "There are so many of them." Kate did not look scared. She had studied every recording of Swarm battles that Jack had sent back to Earth. She had watched for weeks. She had seen something important, something the aliens had missed. "All ships, listen carefully," Kate said into the fleet-wide channel. "We are not here to fight like them. We fight like us. Remember your training. Remember Earth." The human fleet moved forward. 200 ships against millions of Swarm creatures. The alien forces saw them coming and sent a message. "Human fleet, fall back to defensive position," an alien commander ordered. "Negative," Kate replied. "We are going in. Follow us if you want to win." The aliens thought the humans were crazy, but they were desperate. They followed. Kate's plan was simple but strange. The aliens always fought in formations. They were organized, logical, defensive. They waited for the Swarm to attack, then tried to hold the line. Humans fought differently. "Break formation," Kate ordered. "All ships, random attack pattern. Target their command vessels. Ignore the small ones." The human ships scattered in every direction. They flew in patterns that made no sense. They dodged and weaved. They attacked from unexpected angles. Some ships pretended to retreat, then turned around and attacked again. The swarm did not know what to do. They were used to fighting organized enemies. But humans were chaos. Controlled chaos. Jack Stone flew with the fighter squadron. His new ship was fast and small. He led 12 other pilots toward a massive swarm command vessel. It was 10 times larger than any human ship. "This is insane," one pilot said. "That is the point," Jack replied. "They think we are too small to be a threat. Let us prove them wrong." The human fighters flew straight at the command vessel. The swarm sent smaller creatures to stop them. But the humans split up. They flew between the enemy ships. They were too fast, too unpredictable. Jack's weapons locked on target. "Fire everything." Missiles streaked through space. They hit the command vessel's weak points. The massive ship exploded in a ball of fire. All across the battlefield, humans were doing the same thing. They used tactics from Earth's old wars: ambushes, false retreats, kamikaze runs when necessary. They fought with a ferocity that shocked both the swarm and the aliens. Admiral Kate watched the battle unfold. Her strategy was working. All alien forces push forward now. Hit them while they are confused. The alien fleets finally understood. They charged forward with the humans. Together, they fought as one force. The tide of the battle began to turn, but the cost was high. Human ships were destroyed one by one. Brave pilots gave their lives to protect others. They did not hesitate. They did not run. One pilot named Marcus flew his damaged ship directly into a swarm hive cluster. His last words were simple: "For Earth." The explosion destroyed hundreds of enemy vessels. Hours passed. The battle raged on. Finally, Kate saw what she had been looking for. The main swarm hive ship. It was hidden behind layers of smaller vessels. It was controlling everything. "All remaining ships form up on me," Kate ordered. "We end this now?" 50 human ships remained. They joined with 200 alien vessels. Together, they pushed through the swarm defense. They lost more ships every second. But they did not stop. Kate's ship reached the hive. "Fire all weapons." Every ship fired at once. The combined firepower was overwhelming. The massive hive ship cracked apart. Light burst from inside it. Then it exploded in a blast that lit up the entire sector. Suddenly, the swarm stopped fighting. Without the hive ship controlling them, they became confused. They scattered in all directions. The remaining forces hunted them down. The battle was over. The galaxy was saved. 1 week later, the Galactic Council gathered again. But this time, it was different. The Great Hall was filled with representatives from every species. Humans stood among them as equals. Vorn rose slowly. He looked older now, tired. "I stand before you to admit a terrible mistake. 50 years ago, we judged humanity. We called them dangerous. We called them violent. We were right about one thing: they are dangerous. But we were wrong about everything else." He turned to look at the human delegation. Mike Ross sat there in a wheelchair, too old to stand. Kate Price stood beside him in her uniform. Jack Stone stood on his other side. "Humans are not monsters," Vorn continued. "They are warriors with hearts. They came to save us even after we imprisoned them. They lost many ships, many lives, but they never retreated. Today, I formally apologize to humanity, and I propose that Earth be granted full membership in the Galactic Council." Every alien in the hall stood and applauded. The vote was unanimous. Kate stepped forward to speak. Her voice was strong. "You tried to put out our fire 50 years ago. You trapped us. You feared us. But all you did was give us time. Time to grow stronger. Time to become better. You gave us 50 years to make our fire burn brighter. Mike Ross raised his hand. Kate helped him stand. His voice was weak, but clear. Humanity was never doomed. We just needed a chance to show you what we really are. We are not perfect. We have darkness in our past. But we also have hope. We have courage. We have love. And we never, ever give up. The hall erupted in cheers. Humans and aliens together. Old enemies becoming new friends. That night, Jack stood on the observation deck of Nova 7. He watched as human and alien ships flew together in formation. They were patrolling the sector, making sure the swarm was truly gone. Petra came to stand beside him. "What will you do now?" she asked. Jack smiled. "Go home, see Earth again. Then come back out here. The galaxy is big. There is so much to explore. Will humans ever forget what the Council did to you?" "Maybe not forget," Jack said thoughtfully, "but we will forgive. That is what humans do. We move forward. We do not live in the past." Below them, a human transport ship docked at the station. The first wave of human colonists and traders. Earth was opening up to the galaxy. A new chapter was beginning. Jack looked up at the stars. They were not forbidden anymore. They were home now. All of them. The universe would remember this moment. The day humanity proved they were not monsters. The day they showed their true strength was not in destruction, but in hope. They had declared humanity doomed. But they were wrong. Humanity's fire could never be extinguished. It would burn across the stars forever. The end. Asterisk.